Craig Jamieson is a musician based in London, Ontario, Canada. And he came to me as recommended by music publicist and radio host Caden Gordon, as with many other instances of guests on this podcast already. Craig, welcome to the show. How are you, man?
Hey, I'm great, Chung. Thanks, and happy to be here.
Wonderful. Yeah. How are things in London, Ontario right now?
Things are good. It's keeping busy with a lot of things. Some days I wish there was five of me. But yeah, no, it's good. We're started playing some shows in and around here. I've got an event, a big event that we're doing for a charity that I started called Dance Away Depression, which is essentially kind of using music and movement as healing. And yeah, so we've got a big event that we're promoting there. And just keeping my head above water with work and other fun stuff. So yeah, but all in all, things are good.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me more about your charity.
Yeah. So so I'm with Big Records, and Big Records is pretty philanthrop like very like they're philanthropists in the sense that they want to utilize the resources that they have and the power of music to help charities and just people in general and the world, right? So um we I was asked about something that I was really passionate about, and it was an easy answer for me. It's mental health. Partly from my own experiences, because I've always had to deal with mental health since my 20s. And the thing for me was, I mean, it's a lot better now, but there's still some stigma around it. But back then, there was a bigger stigma around it, and so I always kind of felt alone, and as if it was something that I was kind of dealing with on my own. And when I reached out to friends or family or whatever, they would just be like, relax, or you're going to be fine, or all this type of stuff. And they just didn't understand. So my idea behind this charity is there's a couple different reasons for starting it, but the big reason is to create a like-minded community of people who either suffer with mental health or they have people that they know in their lives that suffer from mental health. And we do what are called dance-a-thons, where people come out to events. We play upbeat music with bands and DJs, and they dance away depression essentially, right? So we have silent auctions. We have 50/50s, ways of raising money for mental health. The ticket sales go towards mental health charities as well. Organizations like Mind Your Mind, Connects Ontario, the Canadian Mental Health Association. So I just wanted to, help those in need by providing funds to provide resources such as like suicide hotlines, addiction services, ways to deal with anxiety and panic and counseling and all that stuff, so that people don't have to fight alone essentially when they're going through their mental health issues. And this idea of using community and music and movement to bring people together, just for positivity, and was sort of looking for, building awareness, is that sort awareness around these types of issues, and also people who are struggling and feel like they're alone can know that they can step into one of these events and know that they would feel well supported, because the people at these events would be like-minded as far as either going through the same challenges or at least being sensitive to them.
I see. Yeah. So what's it called again? The charity?
It's called Dance Away Depression.
Okay. I see. Yeah. And that has proven to be effective, right? Using dance to remedy depression.
We're gonna find out. Well, I mean, when you look at when you dance, it releases endorphins. when you listen to music that's catchy and you like it and stuff like that, it also releases endorphins. So it's known to provide, you know, almost like a positive facade, I guess, to your body. You know, tricks your brain into thinking that you're happy because it's releasing endorphins and adrenaline and all that stuff as well, right? But I guess we'll find out because the flagship event is August 16th. So we're just starting it, right? This is totally grassroots. It's just something that I decided to start like a month ago. And so you know what these things are like. It's like you know, we're hoping that we can start a movement. We're hoping it becomes something, but we got to start somewhere. So we've got a venue with a capacity of 200 people. So we're looking to sell it out at 200 tickets. And like I said, we're going to be selling t-shirts. We're going to be doing 50/50s, silent auctions, door prizes, all kinds of things like that in order to raise money for the cause. So hopefully we get a good turnout so that we can put some money back into these mental health resources. And, you know, my big goal is that just everybody has a really good time and feels well supported.
Certainly.
So yeah, well, to be discovered on whether or not this would be a good thing or not. I can't see why it wouldn't be. So yeah, we'll have to see.
Of course. Yeah, I wish you all the best.
Thanks.
Yeah. So may I ask, how old are you currently?
I'm 46.
Okay. So yeah, you mentioned struggling with mental health challenges since your 20s. So it's been what, 2 decades of
Yeah,
dealing
yeah.
with
It started in my 20s. Just panic attacks and anxiety and managing that type of stuff. And yeah, and I've been managing it ever since. Things are pretty good now. You know, got the right help and the right resources and things like that. Um, and so I think I'm in a good position to be able to help others
say that's good. Um,
because my life is stable. So
Certainly. So
yeah.
do you find that the being part of the music business, it's in some ways that is an occupational hazard, like being more susceptible to mental health challenges?
I would say yes and no. It's kind of interesting because the one place I never had a panic attack or anxiety issues was on stage. And that would seem almost kind of counterproductive in the sense, right? Because you're in front of a ton of people, you have the responsibility of entertaining people. But it's such an amazing outlet and it's such an amazing high, natural high to be on stage and performing and entertaining people that you know and I mentioned in the beginning like the adrenaline and the endorphins and stuff like that kind of take over. It's almost euphoric in that sense. So from that perspective, I would say no. But with the music business comes a lot of rejection, comes a lot of doubt in yourself, comes a lot of anxiety from trying to pursue your goals and not getting to where you want to be. So in that instance, yes, I would say that it can be a bit of a trigger
I see.
as well. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, I guess.
Mhm. Yeah. So tell me about your last performance on stage.
Well, it was actually 2 weeks ago. We played a craft brewery called Forked River Brewery, and I hadn't played live in a while. I was on a hiatus. I got married, raised a family, and so I was always writing. Never stopped doing music. I taught myself how to produce in that time as well, which has been a game changer. But I hadn't performed in almost the last time I performed before then was like my 40th birthday party. So it's been about 6 years since I performed. So yeah, we played Forked River Brewery. It was awesome. It was so good to be up on stage again, and we had a blast.
That's wonderful. Yeah, and congratulations on the marriage and family.
Thanks. Well,
So,
it's kind of come to a close. I'm now separated, so but no regrets. Happy I did it. My kids are amazing.
I see. Yeah. So
Yeah.
how long have you guys been married for?
We were married for like 13 years.
So you said were as in like so it's you're not.
No, like I said, we're separated.
Oh,
So
okay.
I've been separated for like a year now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Very sorry to hear that.
Hence why I'm kind of diving back into my music career and because I have the opportunity and more time and it was always a it was always a point of contention with my significant other. But yeah. So anyway.
That's it. I hope you found like a workable situation regarding the kids.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, she's great. Like we're still friends. It was more of a decision than a forced thing. And so we're amicable. We still do family days with the kids and stuff like that. We still kind of lean on each other for certain things. And so yeah, no, I'm actually, all things considered, I ended up in a really good place because I was able to keep my family, but also get some of my independence back.
I understand. Yeah. So what was your music career like before the hiatus?
It was pretty busy. I was with Big Records back then as well because I re-signed with them, and so we were touring around Ontario. Like just before my first daughter was born, I was on like a week-long tour across Ontario, playing Ottawa, Toronto, Montreal. I went by the name Lucky Widmore back then. Um, every weekend it was shows, like it was lots of touring. It was in studios. It was busy, and I was chasing, kind of that proverbial carrot. So, um, yeah, music's a part of me. Like it's my brother and I kind of joke around. It's almost like a disease, right? It's like something that you just can't get rid of, and it kind of is. It gets in your bloodstream, and I mean, it has to do with my upbringing. Like, I come from a very musical family. My dad was in bands in his teens and 20s and stuff like that, and then he moved here. He's from England, and so I grew up on the Beatles. I grew up on Van Morrison. I grew up on all these like amazing classic rock bands, and there was always music playing in the house. And then he had his '60s rock and roll cover band was always booming through the house, our hallways as well when I was growing up. I had a guitar put in my hand when I was 4 years old, um, and wrote my first song when I was 11 years old. So, and music really kind of helped me through my adolescence and through kind of my teen angst and stuff. It was a really good way to kind of um, an outlet essentially, right, to manage the ups and downs of growing up. And so I really leaned on it a lot. And so yeah, it's just become like a huge part of my life. And so yeah, before I got married, I was full in.
Yes.
I was still working a job or whatever, but my evenings and weekends were all music.
Mhm. All right. And did you grow up in London, Ontario?
Yeah, I did.
I see. Yeah. So what are some other cool things about London besides the music?
Um, cool things about London. Well, it's called the Forest City. So we've got a lot of trees. So no shortage of oxygen around here. And if you look at a bird's eye view, or if you're in a big part like a tall apartment building or something, you just trees as far as things can see. It has access to all the major highways, which is nice. So Toronto's only a couple hour bomb away, so you've got access to concerts and fun stuff like that. We have the oldest baseball stadium ever. Apparently, that's what the sign says. I didn't know. It's one of the oldest baseball stadiums in Canada, anyway, which is interesting. It's called Labatt Park, which is a really cool little baseball stadium. We have some beautiful parks around here. There's lots of great hiking, some really good restaurants as well. The nightlife is pretty good, but it's more tailored to the younger generation because we are a university town. We've got the University of Western Ontario here. Which interesting fact, Hugh Hefner from Playboy ranked UWO as in the top 10 of universities around the world for attractive women. So we do have some attractive women around here. What else? What else do I like about this city? I mean, it's a good community. I mean, I don't find, I look at it as almost kind of a big town mentality. It's not like a big city or whatever where everyone's hustle and bustle. It's a bit more laid back. People are a bit more chill. Um, yeah. I mean, we get some, I just saw Hosier in our local park. We do an event called Rock the Park, which is like a summer festival. We do a lot of summer festivals as well. Like we have Sun Fest, Rib Fest, all those cool festivals where we have lots of live music and food trucks and stuff like that, which is a lot of fun. Like I said, Rock the Park is a week long summer festival where I mean they get some amazing acts. Like I said, I saw Hosier on Tuesday with Marianne's Trench, and a friend of mine just saw Bad Omens last night as well, and Under Oath and stuff like that. So we get some great acts. Like we've had who do we have last year? We've had Mumford and Sons here, and then we've got a great hockey team. I think they just won the Memorial Cup again, the London Knights. They're a fantastic hockey team. And so we have a big arena for our hockey team downtown, which has a lot of concerts there too. I've seen some amazing artists just here in London too. I've seen Michael Bublé. I've seen Dermot Kennedy. I've seen Jason Mraz. Like lots of cool artists come through London as well. Um, yeah, it's a pretty supportive community. I find that in general the businesses support each other and everyone's kind of in it for everybody. So yeah. I've never left, so I must like it for some reason. But yeah, no, it has its charms for sure. But I mean, it has its issues also, like any city.
Let's see.
The construction here is brutal. The roads are always ripped up,
Wow.
for sure.
Yeah. I live in Peterborough for 4 years as a university student. I don't know how far that is from London.
Yeah, Peterborough. So that's north of Toronto, right?
I
So
believe so, yeah.
probably about 3 hours, I would say, three
Okay.
hours east.
Let's see. Yeah, it has
Yeah,
the same sort of a small town feel that I quite like.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's home. All my family's here, all my friends are here. Everything, my whole life is here, so it's home.
Mhm. So how do you know Caden?
So I met Caden through Big Records. Caden works with Big Records. He does musical promotion for the artists on Big Records. He does radio releases. So I started talking with Caden. He started pitching my debut single, Honey, to radio, which has been well received. I think I've got 240 stations playing it right now, which is pretty cool. And I continue to work with Caden, on some other musical promotion things. He's a great guy, creative guy, and diligent guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I hope to meet him on this podcast too. I think we're scheduled to meet sometime at the end of this month.
Oh, nice, nice.
Hey,
Yeah, he's been really helpful in just kind of getting. That's always kind of the challenge, right? Is when you're an independent artist, is you need a team around you. You can't do it all on your own. So one thing Big Records has been super helpful with me is lining me up with the right people, and Caden Gordon has definitely been instrumental in some success for sure, especially on the radio side of things. He's going to be I'm releasing a Christmas EP in November, and right now he's pitching that around to like the music directors, like for TV and movie and licensing opportunities and things like that. So that could be interesting. We'll see what happens.
yeah,
But it's good to have somebody in your corner.
yeah, of course. So will this EP be original songs or covers?
So it's three originals and one cover.
Hmm? And what will be the cover for?
I kind of want to keep that a surprise. The only reason why I want to keep it a surprise is just because the song's never been covered before. And it's my favorite Christmas song.
Yeah,
So yeah, I want to keep it a surprise.
that's
That's
it.
okay.
That's it. So it's not Happy Christmas War is Over by John Lennon.
No, no, no. Like I said, this song's never been covered before.
Okay. Well, it should be a surprise then.
Yeah,
So why a Christmas EP?
I love Christmas, but I've always just had a goal of getting a Christmas song that gets played along with all the the typical Christmas music. I have this goal of writing this kind of timeless Christmas hit. So every year I write a Christmas song. Um, and this year I went. So this is an amalgamation. Like I wrote a Christmas song last year. I released it under a different name. It had some success. It was played on the radio. So that song is going to be on the EP, but I'm re-releasing it under Craig Jamieson. And then last year, I also wrote two more Christmas songs. And then this year, instead of writing a Christmas song, I decided to do the cover. And so now I've amalgamated it all into a four-song EP. So this year, I'm dropping four songs instead of one. But I usually drop one Christmas song a year.
All right. Yeah, I'm sure you've had plenty of fond memories of Christmas, as a kid growing up.
Yeah, yeah, it's a time where family's important. Family's really big for me, and it's a time for everybody to get together, and I mean, it's just a good time, um, and now I have kids too. It's a bit of a rebirth in that sense, right? Because Christmas is all about the kids, and so that has invigorated the Christmas spirit in me a lot more as well. Now that I have kids and get to play Santa Claus and all that fun stuff too. So
Cool. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for me, I never know what to do between the days of December 26th and January 1st. Like those are
Yeah.
I guess supposed to be the days between Christmas and New Year, but yeah, I'm not sure what to do around these dates. So I always just end up doing nothing.
Yeah. Well, it's a time to relax, right? I mean, it, we all work hard all year, and I think that's what I like about Christmas too, is it's sort of that holiday at the end of the year where you kind of, let the year's experiences and lessons sort of soak in. So I think chilling's, I mean, I think a lot of people just kind of chill, like, and take a breath, exhale, right? And get ready for another year, right? Because then New Year's comes and then it's like, boom, we're back in it again. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that, chilling, relaxing, and chilling. I mean, I'm not a big, like, it's funny, like, I love Christmas, but can't stand winter. And I live in Canada too. Like, I don't like being cold at all. But I mean, there's lots of stuff to do in the winter, obviously, right? Like skiing and skating and lots of stuff, right? Tobogganing.
Yeah.
But
No.
but yeah, no, I think I really do think it's a time to reflect, a time to plan, a time to appreciate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
My
it all kind
yeah,
of like,
my
sorry, go
favorite
ahead.
yeah, sorry. My favorite winter activity is just drinking hot chocolate.
Yeah, yeah, with some Baileys in it.
Certainly. Although I'm not a big fan of alcohol there, in
Yeah,
any way, shape, or form. So I'll stick with a hot chocolate and maybe the marshmallows.
yeah, hot chocolate's good.
Mhm. Yeah, over here in continental Europe, you have a mulled wine, but I don't think it's as good.
Like a mead?
I think so. Yeah, so it's basically a wine. They heat it up and then it's consumed, warm.
Okay,
Yeah, right. So
cool.
tell me
Is
about
that's
yeah.
that's a tradition in Europe? People drink that around the holidays?
Yeah, I mean, they do drink hot chocolate too, but I just prefer the hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
and
like dark or white better?
let's see.
Do you like dark or white hot chocolate better?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm quite familiar with the Canadian winter. I've spent like 4 years there, so yeah, it
Yeah,
can be brutal.
it can be brutal. Yeah. I'm excited because I moved into a condo and I don't have to shovel snow. I pay condo fees and now they come and do that for me. So that's a bonus.
All right. Yeah, that's wonderful.
Shoveling snow is, I mean, I don't mind. Like, it's fine. Like, if you have the time to do it or whatnot, it's good exercise. But like, when you got to get to work and you're like buried in 3 feet of snow and you got to shovel your car out and stuff, oh, it's brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could never get familiar with the sky being dark somewhere like between 4 and 5 p.m. Yeah, that is
Yeah. It's depressing, right?
certainly
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I'm definitely more of a, I do like fall though. Fall is a beautiful season and
Of course.
I don't know, it's temperate, right? You can wear jeans and a light sweater and you're good to go.
Mhm.
And there's lots of colors and it's yeah, I do like fall a lot too.
Yeah, me too. That's my favorite season. I was born in October, so
Oh, okay. Scorpio?
I guess I don't follow, horoscopic signs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you'd be Scorpio. My brother was born on what day?
18th.
Yeah, you're probably Scorpio. My brother was born October 26th and
Oh,
he's a Scorpio.
is it
Yeah.
younger or older?
He's younger. There's 3 years difference between us.
Okay, right. So tell me about your debut single, as you've mentioned, Honey.
Yeah, so Honey is an interesting one. I wrote the song at the time I was a member of Taxi. Do you know what Taxi is? I mentioned the sync licensing already that I'm doing with Caden, but Taxi is another outlet to be able to get your music to sync licensing opportunities. And when you're a member, you just get briefs coming into your inbox. You can also search briefs like this company's or this show or movie is looking for Christmas music for this or sometimes what's nice is like labels that have up and coming artists that need songs for their artists. They'll go out to Taxi and say, send us some songs or whatever. So I was doing this, and I had a partner who I was in a band with called Digital Opium. His name's Brad Gray. So we saw this brief, and because we decided to start working on some of these things, and so we saw this brief for kind of a coming of age song for a movie. Think American Pie, like that type of thing, and they wanted sort of an '80s influence pop rock kind of track. They always give a reference, and the reference that they gave was not the 1975 by Knox, if you know that song. So we decided to take on the brief and write a song. So the song is very influenced by that song, The Knox by the 1975. It's pop rock. It's got an 80s sort of influence to it. Um, reviewers have said it's kind of reminiscent of the Cars, that type of vibe. It's a fun song. It's about being friend zoned, so thinking of that sort of coming of age type of topic about the guy who wants the girl, but the girl doesn't see him as more than like she only sees him as a friend, right? So and kind of the frustration of that, and so that's the lyrics. I wrote the song pretty quickly, and we recorded it and everything in my buddy's studio. Came together pretty quick, and yeah, it's been a good drop. Like people like the song. Like I said, 240 radio stations are spinning it right now. And I think it was a good song to kind of reintroduce myself as Craig Jamieson, the artist, because it encapsulates a lot of my different influences as an artist. It has sort of the 80s classic rock type of vibes, but at the same time, it's got a bit of a modern pop production sort of sheen to it as well. So yeah, yeah.
That's
I
cool.
did a music video for it, which is hilarious. It's like a rom-com. So that's on YouTube if you're looking for a good laugh. Anybody who's listening, it's a fun video. It's funny. We had a lot of fun making that. We
So,
did it in a local beach town called Port Stanley at an art institute. And my sister-in-law, she's the muse in the video, and she does a fantastic job. And yeah, no, it's good.
wonderful.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun releasing that song and doing the video and kind of getting back to being an artist again.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm glad that the song has found its success.
Yeah, it's found some success for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and I quite
It can
like it.
always be more. It can always be more successful.
Of course, of course.
But yeah, yeah, I'm happy with the release. I think it did what it needed to do. It was a good way to kind of say, "Hey, I'm back," right? So yeah,
So you've alluded to this, but how would you describe the Craig Jamieson sound?
how do I describe? I don't do it on purpose, and I mean you can't escape your roots, but it and and I don't even realize I'm doing it. Well, sometimes it depends on the song, but there's a very 80s kind of nostalgia to my music. And so there's that, but then I also really try and lean on like modern production elements and things like that so that it sounds relevant to today's music. So it's a bit of a kind of a hybrid of the old and the new together. And I find that when you listen to songs that I do, that they're fun, they're catchy, they're kind of modern and fun, but then they also sort of have that kind of nostalgic basis to it, which people kind of appreciate, like I guess the history or the nuanced nostalgia of the music, I guess, right? Where they're like, oh, that kind of reminds me of the Cars or the Beatles or whatever, but at the same time, it's modern sounding, right? So that's and I don't set out to do it. It just happens that way. And then I'm also like super influenced by a lot of different types of music. So depending on where the idea takes me or who I'm listening to or what I'm into or whatever, that can always drive my artistic choices. So, I can, I mean, if you look at, I've got three songs out right now. One's kind of a pop rock one. One's more of like an 80s synth wave weekend type song. And then the new one I just released is a bit kind of alt rock, like um, oh, what's the name of that band?
Uh,
The,
um,
they do Heat Waves. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, so I'm all over the place. And then like I like folk. I've even like I like crooner music, so I've got like a song called Lips that I'll be releasing at some point. That's like kind of my rendition of sort of a Michael Bublé type track. So I'm kind of all over the place. I just love music so much and love to try and experiment with different things. So yeah,
All right. Yeah. So as far as I can tell, your Spotify page currently has three songs. In addition to Honey, you have one called Get to You, and you have the latest one called Come Around.
yeah, yeah. And the way it worked out, like Get to You is my second release, but I released Come Around to support it's like a theme song to like my charity and my charity work in the event and stuff because that song is about it's my mantra essentially on how I manage panic and anxiety and depression and it's really just kind of a message to the world that things will pass as long as you can kind of stay strong and 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 believe that things can get better, they will. So that song was kind of released in tandem with the charity work and stuff that we're doing. So it was just kind of a quick impromptu release. And that one just released this Friday.
Yeah.
And then Get to You was the second official release, which was on July 4th.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
So same as the, was it American Independence Day?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was. And there was no rhyme or reason. I just liked that date, but then I started thinking, Independence Day, independent musicians, that kind of works. So yeah. Um,
Of course. Sure. Um, so what impact do you hope that your music would have on its listeners?
um, I mean, I think I think I just want it to resonate with the people that need it for whatever reason, right? If they need a fun, catchy song to clean their house with, it'd be great, to be able to provide that experience. If they're feeling down and my song can make them smile, then all the better. With this song Come Around, maybe it will help people kind of understand more about themselves and more of, their mental issues, and maybe give them some hope, or at least an understanding that at least there's someone else out there that's kind of going through the same thing, and that they're not alone. So, I definitely, when I set out to write a song, I usually do consider how it's going to resonate with my listeners, within the lyrics, within the vibe of the song, and things like that. So for me, whether it's 5 fans or 5 million fans, if my music can resonate with somebody and help them throughout their day in some way, whether it's just to dance or to get introspective or whatever, then I would consider that a big accomplishment. And I think, just to be appreciated, because we put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears as musicians and artists, and I know we're doing it for ourselves and we're putting our stuff out there, and that's all on us. But it's nice to be it's nice for our work to be appreciated, when we put so much time and energy into it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I wish you all the best with that.
Thanks.
So, which ones of your contemporaries do you find that embodies the kind of music that you do the best?
Like, do you my genres, you mean?
Yeah.
I think pop rock is probably like my sweet spot. Um, I've a very versatile voice, so because and I grew up in singing in rock bands, and punk bands and stuff like that. So, um, that type of energy definitely comes easier to me. So and I find that, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or whatever, but I do have a knack for writing, catchy type poppy choruses as well, like sing along type melodies and things like that. So, yeah, I think pop rock is probably my sweet spot.
Mhm. Yeah. And who are some, people who are working today that does pop rock the best?
Benson Boone would be on the tip of my tongue. I know there's a lot of stigma, and you either love him or hate him, but I think he's fantastic. Um, I love how he encapsulates, again, that nostalgia, the sort of that 80s type of vibe, but still modern, and still does his own thing with it. And he's a freaking incredible singer, with an amazing range. Um, Harry Styles is an incredible songwriter, incredible performer. These are guys that influence me for sure. Um, who else? Atlas Genius. They're amazing. I don't think they get the credit they deserve. Their new album was phenomenal. The Struts, unbelievable band. Um, Yeah, those would be some top ones anyway that jump out at me for sure.
I see. Yeah. It might be a silly option, but I always thought that Weezer makes really good pop rock music.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, they're one of the founders, man. Like
Yeah.
they're classic
Hmm.
for sure. Yeah,
And their debut album was produced by the lead man of the Cars, right? Rick Ocasek.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. He's a genius, Rivers Como, and
Certainly.
he's brilliant.
Mhm. So tell me about, what your plans are for this year, 2025. You've certainly alluded to some, but yeah.
I mean, if I can get through this charity event, release my Christmas EP, maybe release two more singles, and I'd like to play. I've got how many dates do I have? I have three more dates, so I'd like to maybe do 20 more dates by the end of the year. I'd be happy. Like that, I think that would be a good successful year for starting off.
Cool. So
Yeah.
dates is in musical dates, not like in the romantic sense, right?
Yeah, yeah, like gigs. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just to clarify.
No shortage of dates.
Yeah, but so hopefully your dating life romantically is still hopefully it's going well.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's slowing down. I when I first got separated, I was like a kid in a candy store, you know? It's just like freedom and I have my fun. But it gets a bit taxing. And I think right now I'm trying to maybe look at slowing it down a bit. I'm focusing on me finding myself and I'm open to finding somebody that can really complement my life and and this new journey I'm on.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's been good. It's been interesting. It's been eye opening, and I met a lot of great people through it all, and yeah, still exploring, but yeah, it's and it's I'm like I said, I'm 46, so like, and I was married for 13 years, so dating's changed a lot, obviously, since my 20s. Obviously the apps are a big thing and everybody's got their opinions on the apps, but they can be quite taxing too. And so yeah, it's just been kind of interesting,
Mhm.
but I'm having fun.
All right. Yeah. I wish you luck with that too.
Thanks. Yeah.
Okay. So finally, what does music mean to you?
What does music mean to me? Okay, I mean, for me, it's a lifeblood. Like for me, it's like you take music away from me and I'm depressed. Like it's a huge part of my life, from listening to it in the car, sharing songs with my girls, writing songs, being in the studio, playing on stage, meeting cool people through different events, and it's uh it's a part of who I am. I wouldn't say it's like the be all and end all. There's a few other things higher on my priority list, such as family and things like that. But it's always nipping at the heels. It's a borderline obsession for sure. So um, looking outwardly, I think music is powerful. I think you know music can save lives. Music can make or break a party. Music can set the mood. I mean, it can just do so much for so many people in so many situations. It's such a powerful entity, and for many people, it creates such cool and interesting experiences. And it provides an outlet for change. It provides an outlet for discussion. It provides an outlet for, positivity, for fun, for it just, yeah, I could talk about it forever. It's, I think music's amazing.
Yeah, so can I. But I think that's a wonderful note to end on. Thank you very much, Craig Jamieson, for joining the show.
Thanks, John. Really appreciate you having me.